Hello everybody, welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. Today we are going to be playing the fourth and final original ZZT world, City of ZZT. Except we're not going to be playing City of ZZT, we're going to be playing ZZT City, because I've been trying to show off the other versions of ZZT, which generally speaking have pretty minor differences. Nope, this isn't on a distant moon. We will see. This one, before I actually start playing some ZZT here, we need to bust out DOSBox for the first time in quite a while, and, well, we'll do issue 60 of Soft Discs On Disc Monthly Digital Magazine. Inside, you'll find such programs like Map It, Word Ladders 2, ZZT City, the Clear Command, and the ODM Slideshow. So, as we only discovered comparatively recently, there's this strange sort of spin-off, a path that ZZT did not take. And there's some gorgeous art in this for sure. This is On Disc Monthly, a subscription service where you will receive a disc in the mail, full of all sorts of fun shareware and freeware programs. You get on 5 1/4 or 3 1/2. If only. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm just kind of get right to it. This was discovered just on archive.org. They have a ton of these old discs uploaded there. And Azzy, as usual, one day discovered, hey, this issue has a copy of ZZT on it, and it's not a version of ZZT that anybody had ever known about before. So here under the Fun and Games section, we can pick out ZZT City. And we can read about it once it loads the text. ZZT City by Tim Sweeney. Ah, life in the big city. Everyone said it would be great, and you foolishly believed them. Little did you know about the bureaucracy, smog, and desperate weirdos you would encounter. So of course, your goal in this game, from the worlds of ZZT, is to escape from the city. To complete ZZT City, you must master 30 game boards filled with creatures and ingenious puzzles. The game is very challenging and requires a high degree of mental skill as well as quick reflexes. Worlds of ZZT requires a PC-compatible computer with at least 512 kilobytes of RAM, and any graphics adapter with a color or monochrome screen. Keyboard, joystick, and mouse operation are fully supported. You run ZZT for the first time, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. The first item in the menu world may seem a bit mysterious. This item is used to load a different world, and right now ZZT City is the only world. Wow, okay, apparently pressing my mic toggle button makes a beep in this program. That's good to know. ZZT City is currently the only world, but we'll be sending along 2 more worlds, ZZT's Dungeon and ZZT's Town, on future issues. From what we know, those don't exist. So look at the high scores, change the speed of play to your liking, get out the cold popcorn and buttered watermelon, 90s humor. Press P and get ready. There's our controls, which are about the same. Bullets and gems can be found scattered throughout the city. You know how careless those street sweepers can be. At the pawn shop, you can buy health, ammo, and advice, but you'll need gems to trade, so haggle a little. You can cheat the broker if you figure out how. Various characters and ruffians can give you further information, and of course, help is available. Just keep your wits about you and have fun. Everything, blah blah blah, is your usual hints. Here's how to copy the program to your hard disk. I love this little beep when you reach the end of the file. It did say town up there. I wouldn't be surprised if originally it was going to be town. But so yeah, normally you had to pay for City of ZZT, but if you were subscribed to On Disc Monthly, you got ZZT City, which is basically the same thing. We are absolutely 100% not going to be playing this game through DOSBox. We are still going to be using Zeta, but I'm showing this off quick first. There's one other thing here. I believe it's in this. Apparently this issue is the last one before they switch over from a text interface to a graphical one, and they do a little mock-up of what that might look like, and very conveniently their mock-up like showcases ZZT City. So let's run this program. Look at this gorgeous art. Here we go. So this isn't an actual interactive slideshow or anything, this is just a mock-up. We can't do anything here, but here it is. ZZT City by Tim Sweeney. Action, adventure, and romance. It's all here in ZZT City. Depress the right arrow to continue. It's gorgeous. I love it. This aesthetic is like perfect. And absolutely why I had to show this off and not just jump right into it. The object of this game is survival. Use street smarts to escape the city's evils. Life in the big city, yeah, there's that same description again. This is how we did our PowerPoints. That's going to be it. Also, there's a review of Neverwinter Nights. Let's get out of here, though, and get to the actual game. Yes, I would like to quit. Please don't copy this floppy. And that's the on-disc monthly disc. So for years and years and years, we had no idea this existed. And so it was very cool to come across this. And we did get to learn a little bit more. I'm going to switch over, get out of DOSBox, get into this one first. So we have the full screen. Worlds of ZZT version 3.56 by Tim Sweeney. Copyright Softdisk Incorporated. And it's got yet another new config interface. It does not have Epic branding. And it also brings up this other guy here, Craig Hardwick. Did I just type Craig? Stuart Hardwick. Oh, that's right. He goes by his middle name now. That's what that is. Yeah, so 3.56. Very fortunately, we were actually able to get in touch with Mr. Hardwick and got some information on this, what this is, because we really had no idea what was going on here. There's a quick link to it here. But the gist of the 3.56 is that's just Softdisk's version number. I believe this is based on ZZT 3.0. If you look at a sort of a timeline of releases, it fits in there, between there and 3.1. Published on Softdisk monthly. Also, the fact that it is called Worlds of ZZT is just an incredible coincidence. ZZT City, version 1.01. So there's going to be some differences between this and City of ZZT, which, makes it easy to differentiate the two with the different titles. A file name starts with a Z, and the executable actually looks for Z-Town, Z-Dungeons, and all that stuff to display. ZZT City, that sort of thing. There's a few tiny things, like yes, the play was blinking until I flipped through a menu. They didn't catch everything there. The big one, I'm pressing the E key here, there is no editor. It is 100% completely stripped out of the executable. The file size for this version of ZZT is much smaller because of it, which actually gives it a bit of an edge if you're playing on old hardware and you need to free up memory. If you're not using ZZT's editor, you can definitely get away with running some larger worlds that way. The title screen is different. Normally it's City of ZZT, of course. And there's normally not a whole bunch of creatures just dancing around on here. For the most part, though, the game is pretty much the same. The only real changes is there's no branding for Epic, and it says there's some branding for Softdisk and on-disc monthly throughout. There's more blinking. The pausing text blinks. I believe that doesn't normally, and it's usually just the player. If I pop open the debug cheat here, actually I can get y'all back on camera. Actually, does the debug show up on this? Well, let's see. Or maybe it doesn't. Well, I thought there was a debug one in this one. There's not, but there is definitely way more free memory available to ZZT. I swear, I promise. That being said, now we can actually start playing this game. Welcome to ZZT City, home of smog, crime, and endless bureaucracy. As you might guess, your goal is to escape from the city. How do you go about this? You'll have to figure this one out yourself. Good luck in the city, and remember, it's a jungle out there. So, as the fourth and final game in the series, this one is a little more ambitious. There's going to be a lot more done with objects than before, for sure. But it still definitely fits the theme. You'll notice that we were not told to get a bunch of purple keys, and that's because we won't be getting them. Get to start here in the pawn shop. This background here with the breakable red walls and the yellow normals normally isn't there in regular city. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a sort of a zoom-in view with the red being the building and a white sidewalk. There's also this. I don't know why. There's a red door with some lions. Pawnbroker speaks. How you doing? Here's how my little shop works. You bring me gems, and I'll give you supplies in return, okay? We can buy ammo, we can buy health, we can buy advice. So, this is the big thing. Finally, we get a ZZT game, an original one, that lets you buy health. Except it's 50 gems for 10 health. So, it's completely not worth the money. It ain't great. This game is very gem heavy. A key focus of the game is acquiring a lot of gems. So you can afford to spend 50, but it's also definitely possible to soft lock yourself. If I remember right. Okay, no. Ammo's still regular old ammo. Unlike Town, which had like a billion ways to go, your options are far more limited here. Well, it better not be artifacting. What our goal is the train station. So there is a purple key, but it's pretty much like a cosmetic thing. It's you get it at the end, and then you get to leave. You need a train ticket to board the train. If you don't have a ticket, contact your travel agent. Strangely enough, you don't remember having a travel agent. And you also need an ID card. So instead of collecting purple keys, we need a ticket and an ID. So that's our goal there. So I didn't really get into the story of what the heck this game is. He went to college at the University of Maryland. I have no idea how big a region that is. But basically the story goes that this game was sent off to On Disc Monthly with a deal arranged for them to publish it. And Mr. Hardwick here basically got to spend time cleaning ZZT up and ZZT City up. For the most part, it's exactly the same, other than, the missing editor and some things blinking when you pause and stuff. But there's little touches, like if you play actual City of ZZT, this path here doesn't line up properly with the next board, so it's possible to kind of try to leave a board and just walk into a wall on the next one and not actually switch boards. But here he cleans that up and you get a nice smooth path downtown. Now entering downtown ZZT. Watch out for muggers and stay away from the infamous Dr. Bob. Weird sign, eh? So here's downtown. It is full of lions and tigers and centipedes and ruffians. It is a very dangerous city. It's a jungle out there, you know? I believe this board is also featured in Town, or not Town, in Tor. I can't recall if it's, I think this one actually is playable. So as I was saying, the goal of this game, you definitely got to get as many gems as possible. There is a generous number, but you know, I don't want to shoot gems. I need them. I do like, too, this is somewhat optional. I mean, we could just run, they're all yellow keys, we could just start running towards the hideout. It's a really nice looking board. It's strange for sure. And here's our gambit. Well, it's definitely one. As Tor does not have many playable boards, this one is definitely the most fun to run through. It's a really good board. It's got an interesting structure to it. I like the optional component. I'm curious now if the intelligence is turned up on these creatures, because man, look at those ruffians. They desperately want to get at me. And they're doing a good job of it. So the common changes you'll see are things like that ODM in the corner, just vague sort of plugs for, hey, this is how you got this game. Dr. Bob's Hideout is a fun sort of action puzzle hybrid. I love how it introduces these switches and buttons, because you know, you go in here, you press the button, and you're like, oh, okay, this is how it works. And it just immediately teaches you, yeah, you can keep pressing these buttons, because otherwise you're not going to get very far. I did not do my prep work for this one, so all the puzzles and stuff I haven't played since the last time I played this game. Yeah, these could be like apartment buildings. There's definitely a way to sort of read the room a bit. There's definitely a danger though of running out of ammo. Okay, so this one operates these three. There's a bit of backtracking involved. Let's see here. Dr. Bob is a character, to say the least. Okay, as long as we got this door open, let's pick up some more gems. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, we get something like 100 gems in town, and we were already heading for 50 here. It's kind of like we just started. Yeah, Dr. Bob, I don't know, I think Dr. Bob is just one of the strange characters, like the ZZT Bandit or whatever, just something to fill the room a little bit. Let's see what this button does. I'm also thinking there's more ammo in this version. Because I'm pretty sure the last time I played like plain old City, I like ran out here. One of the other differences too between Worlds of ZZT and ZZT 3.2 is if you cheat for ammo in this one, you actually get 15 at a time instead of 5, which is nice. But we haven't had to cheat in any of these yet. I don't think we're going to be starting now. And there we go. Puzzle has been solved. Just some more long walks. And I guess we're also going to have to open up the exit. But we can get to Dr. Bob now. And that's what matters. Alright. Is he a drug dealer? Is he a super? Is he just a guy? Is he a real doctor? Yeah, this is definitely one of the easier ones. Its puzzles are a lot lighter. Dr. Bob speaks. What's happening, adventurer? Let me tell you about the secret trail in the park. You can find the trail to the immediate left of the Zizzy. Happy trails, dude. Such is the infinite wisdom of Dr. Bob. I don't know. I think he's cool. He's helping us out. I forgot to hit one of the buttons. What do we get here? That almost works. Okay, we can get out of here now. We have no idea what this red key is for. I think this is the first time we have this kind of branching paths where it's not just here's your purple key at the end. Like we really can sort of get lost in this city where we might run into the red door and not know where the key is, or in this case we did it the other way around. So we have some money. So we actually show this off real quick. It mentions in the description for the On This Monthly thing that you could cheat the broker in some way, which is really interesting. So let's actually say, let's get some advice. How do you get into City Hall? What about the train station? But I can't find any torches. So how do you get into City Hall? You need a pass. There's a bum in the park who can help you out. He's a little cranky though. You may need to coax him a little. And what about the train station? You need a ticket and an ID card. You can get one from the ZZT bandit, but you'll have trouble locating him. He's in jail. The mayor can help with the other. And lastly, spend the last of our money here. But I can't find any torches. Yeah, we are definitely going to shoot a homeless person. It ain't great. It's a jungle out there. There are indeed torches hidden outside of City Hall. You must explore all this area to find them. So we're going to actually load that save because I want all my gems back. And if we pay for advice, we've got 64 gems here. Now we've got 44. So you need advice, ask away. And let's just not. Nice! Now we have 69. That was conveniently unintentional. So if you cancel here, Tim was smart enough to recognize that you didn't pick an option and have it refund you. But the numbers don't match. So you get more gems back than you paid. And in City of ZZT, I think it's pretty safe to argue that's a bug. But it looks like Stuart Hardwick here noticed this and decided, well, I'm going to just turn this legit into a feature. Like him describing it, he like hints at this. So it's really interesting to me that this bug still exists, but he actually like increases the difference. So you actually get gems back faster. Like you can just, you know, get some money in case you actually want to buy health. So as long as you have 20 gems, you do have infinite gems, which is kind of a way to sort of save yourself. And that means that we can buy a whole bunch of health if we need to. Or ammo. And next we got City Hall. We can't get in there yet, so I'm gonna go past that. And we're gonna head... Let's head to the park, actually, because I think that's where our red door is. And notice the visuals here aren't great. There's a jail. There's a park. I mean, this is everything you need in a city. Now entering ZZT Park. Enjoy your visit, but please don't feed the lions. I mean, it's probably just meant to be brick. But if you want to go full brutalist, I mean, it is a jail. I ain't gonna defend that one so much. Anyways, lions have taken over the park. This is the second game with a jail, too. I mean, town has the prison board. And I mean, dungeons are also dungeons. There's kind of a theme here. Everything is very oppressive in the worlds of ZZT. Wow, this is a smart line. Okay. The park is now cleared out. There's an old bum. Got any gems for the poor? It's getting mighty cold these days. I will absolutely give him 10 gems. Thanks, buddy. I mean, that's it. You don't get anything for that. I believe if you say no, I'm going to actually do this so I can step out of the way. I think he shoots you. Yeah. So he's not so great either. But you know, I have sympathy for this dude. That being said, yeah, actually I want to get a screenshot of that. It is a very good line. Had to risk it for the biscuit there. Anyways, I guess that, along with the pawn shop, is kind of a hint that you gotta be a jerk to this guy, too. Don't shoot me. I can help. Well, I don't have enough gems now. But if I had 20, I'd get a pass to City Hall. What happens if I can't afford it? Okay, he calls me a cheapskate. Good to know. But there's still some more park and some more lines, and thankfully some more gems, so we're not exactly out of luck here with getting our pass. I've always been curious about this blue background. It's not very park-like. And you know, town has the forest where it uses like torches for trees in the background. I'm kind of surprised that's not the case here. I love the shape and look of this board though, without a doubt. City was definitely my favorite as a kid, and it might still be my favorite now, honestly. There's our Zizzy. So, you know, if we look around a bit, a fake wall, secret passage. Okay, well, here's our doors, our red door and our green door. There's our train ticket with the interesting point character. some more gems, and some blink balls. Keep out. This is the bad guy's territory. Nobody may enter without the keys of Dr. Bob and the ZZT Bandit. Gotta say, this game has quite a few typos. Which is doubly interesting given the fact that this has like a second person taking a pass at the game. Alright, so let's see here. Let's buy our ID from the bum, and then I guess apparently we're supposed to shoot him again. City Hall, admit 1. No, he just continues offering. But you know, at least we're gonna have a ceasefire now. We're done shooting the homeless. I think that's enough of that. So now we can go to our jail. We can go to City Hall. Actually, I want to go to the jail because I want to go through the park. Perhaps. I mean, there's no houses in this city. There's no houses in town either, really. Everything is entirely business. Yeah, this is where the bulk of the city of ZZT's population is kept, I believe. Welcome to the jail! Don't worry, though. We are going to bust out everybody here. So we can't shoot, unsurprisingly, considering our puzzle here. We got maximum security over there. We got a big red X and a big red O. A bunch of bombs, and some sliders, and another secret, actually. I think something hints at this later, but as long as we're here, I don't feel like going to jail multiple times. Here's the room of no real purpose. This is another nice sort of doubled up board. Oh, actually, I think that's your hint, is that you get to the closet from a different board, and then you're supposed to see the X and O and sort of recognize that that's where this connection works. This is good. I think this is a cool way to sort of reveal a secret like that. We found an Easter egg. Okay, so we got our boulder, our second boulder, our slider, and our second slider, and some gems as long as we are here. So the way this one works is we very slowly free some bombs. And as long as we're using boulders, the bomb won't ignite. So we can kind of push it into position. And we just need to blast our way into maximum security. This is... I would love to see like a city speedrun, just because you can just, you know, you get multiple sliders here. You can definitely push these things multiples at once. And let's do 2 here. As long as you're fast enough, you know, definitely speed this puzzle up a bit. Which I kind of screwed up, actually. Well, there's plenty of bombs, I'm sure. Or at least I hope. The problem with this puzzle is that it's really long at this part. Like, at this point, it's clear that I know what I'm doing, vaguely. This part here, With the sliders and pushers, not so much. But, I mean, if I get the bombs up here, it goes without saying what I'm going to be doing. Gotta push this one a little farther, actually. Because at this point, I kind of want to not light the bomb until the last seconds. So I think one more is going to be enough, but there's a second bomb just in case. I'm fine, I swear. Oh, that's what you do to speed it up. If you can kind of just get a bunch lined up vertically here. Yeah, the look of the original games is really nice. There we go, see? One bomb to spare. So this part is new. This board exists in regular Old City, but it's just this top left corner. This whole... the gallows here in the bottom? That's a ZZT City edition. It's kind of wild. It's, yeah. Anyway, here's the headache room. Here's the thing. The headache room rules. I don't know if the sound is more annoying when you're not the one in control of it. I'm not even paying attention, I'm just pressing buttons. I'm just having a good time here. Isn't this annoying? No. I love this. I should probably start paying attention. Up, left, down, yeah. I didn't get a new key yet. Like, because you're covering distance so fast with these transporters, it's like way better than these things normally are. Alright, hang on. Now I actually have to start paying attention. Into this one. Okay. So I just need to go right from the start. Like, sorry, that was a lot of fun, and I love it. Anyway, here's some more added humor. The bottom text is definitely new. The Rare Noose Collection and the Rare Moose exhibit. That's new. That is not in the Sweeney released City of ZZT. Here's the ZZT Bandit. Thanks, you have rescued me again. Take this green key, it unlocks the door to my hideout. If you haven't discovered my hideout yet, talk to Dr. Bob. He'll give you directions. And just like that, his sentence is commuted. And now we can free everybody else. ¿Qué quiere usted? Esta juego ZZT es muy aburrido. Si podré comprender estas palabras, usted sabría que el programador de ZZT no escribe español correctamente. So I'm pretty sure it's just a how are you? The ZZT game is very nice. I used to know enough Spanish to actually like know everything here. And basically it's saying like, hey, if the programmer doesn't know Spanish, so he sure hopes these words are right. Or maybe it's that it's boring. That's a possibility too. There's this jerk. Like, again, a lot of people like to shoot you in the City of ZZT. You know, some of them are kind of ungrateful, but hey, they've been going through a rough spot. Well, we've got our next green key. Common theme for this one. And now we can finally get out of here. Escape the jail and head back to the park. They don't. Everyone in the city is very corrupt, seems to be the theme. Okay, I'm going to be right back in just a moment. You can watch the blink walls. Oh, that was a force of habit. The blink walls did not blink. So this board, though, is kind of notable. Because way back when the Museum of ZZT was new, I played through City, and I played this board, and the blink walls were off. And I touched the train ticket. And one of the blink walls moves when you do that. And at the time, I'm just like, that's weird. I have no idea what that means. And it also desyncs, yes. And it would be sometime later that we discovered that apparently the die command actually has a bug where the next thing on the stat list afterwards will use its X and Y step and actually like move like an object if it has one. Which doesn't come up often because very few things actually use the X and Y step, but blink walls do to store which direction the ray is supposed to be fired in. So if you touch that ticket, you can make this thing move out of the way. And you can actually abuse that, not in the sense of like, I'm not aware of you being able to break a game open or anything with it, but you can use that as a mechanic and make a lot of things move. Transporters would use it, blink walls, objects, obviously. That actually might be it. But you can kind of set up these like chain reactions of objects and scrolls dying and other things walking because of it, which can definitely produce some odd effects. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, all it takes is the die command, and then just the next thing being something with an X and Y step. Yeah, let's keep going this way. And we'll save City Hall for last, because that's kind of the finale anyways. So City is pretty light on puzzles. They're definitely more action-focused, similar to Dungeons. This is an interesting board, though. This is the Atrium. This one was like, yeah, this is a fun board, for sure. There are a lot of yellow keys and a lot of yellow doors, and if you're sloppy, you can soft lock yourself by opening the wrong doors, but it's not really so much a puzzle so much as it is don't get shot a lot, as this spinning gun interacts with a bunch of ricochets. It starts off gently enough because there aren't any bullets on screen, but eventually there's going to be a lot of crossfire. Honestly, I'm surprised that this board wasn't in Tor, because it definitely really shows off what City's got. I didn't pick up a key, I just picked up a bunch of gems. So it's not a full loop. The objects, the bullets here that head west just kind of reach the edge of the screen. They eventually disappear. And the spinning gun means that the timing of the shots is going to be kind of random too, so it's going to play a little different every time you play this board. Like, this board is fantastic. I'm amazed I haven't been shot yet. I'm sure I jinxed myself saying that. And I really don't want to go over that way. Nope, nope. Watch where you're crossing. I don't think there's any full games that are styled like Atari 2600, but Adventures of Link 2, it has like, yeah, a big adventure parody in it that's several words long. Okay, and you can shoot too, so actually you can take out the bullets that get in your way if you need to. Very gently open that last door. And that's the atrium. That's a fun one, for sure. Good job, 1,000 point bonus. And now we get to the rat race. And if any board is supposed to be a metaphor, it's this one. And our objective here is torches, which technically you don't need, but good luck. These are the only torches in the game, and coming up we'll be dealing with the few dark rooms where if you don't have the torches, you're not going to get particularly far. And we are limited to just one shot at a time on this board, which definitely makes the tiger fights a bit more sketchy. Nope, it's just a very action-y board. It's also kind of messy looking, but... Oh, here we go. If you want some horrible gambits here, you can, you know, try and pick up these gems. You are much better off just shooting a few and not losing a whole bunch of health. And then there's this cruel joke, where the bomb will destroy these gems. So your options are to either just accept that you're not getting them, or to run really fast. So I guess it's less of a cruel joke and more of an interesting decision in how confident you are and how fast you can pick up the rest of the gems. So never mind, it's a good idea actually. And the narrow hallway down here unfortunately means you can't take the second bomb and do anything too useful with it. The best I can really do is just push it against this wall and maybe I'll reach one of those bears. Wow, actually that was convenient. The explosion is made out of breakable walls, so it took out one bear, and then the other bear, which was standing next to a breakable wall, walked into it to destroy the breakable wall, as bears do. Yellow border, really, it definitely has an impact. Like, I can't help but see this as like an ugly board, and it's probably because of that border. This key being here kind of makes most of this moot. We do have to play with this bomb, at least. Okay, don't miss when you're firing up a hallway that long. I guess maybe it's... Is it going for like a cheese motif with the yellow? Yeah, none of this was worth it. I knew I was risking it there. So definitely one of the things that differentiates City from the others is it's really tough to read your progress through the game. Like, all that's actually left is City Hall, but I mean, there's no purple keys like staggered throughout this. We just kind of go through it until it's done. But now here's where we get into the fanciest boards that City has to offer with City Hall. Where do you wish to go? The elevator, the processing department, or the all-important executive washroom? There's just some basic objects that slide these doors around. And, you know, some centipedes. And so, yeah, the big sign advertising soft disk, not normally there. But here it is, the washroom. And ZZT's very first toilet, of many to come. It was there from the very beginning. Let's head to processing. Also, you can't shoot on the spores, so you do have to dodge the centipedes. I don't think so. I don't really remember it at least showing up in anything else. It's not like recognizable to me. I knew it made a sound, but before I touched the toilet there, I wouldn't have been able to like tell you what it sounded like. This here is the processing department. This is the most advanced thing you will see in the original ZZT worlds. This is our first engine, as it were. First, we activate our robot. Robot activated. And now we use these arrows to control our robot. And there's two buttons down here, which toggle between moving and shooting. I think it's this. The elevator is just objects. Well, I mean, everything, I guess, is objects sending messages to objects, but this is the first thing that really changes gameplay. Also, once in a while, the centipedes will make it out of the conveyors here. Kind of just better off getting rid of all these breakables now. Yeah, the sound design here is great. So, you know, just like in Prison before, we get to do some pushing. If you really want to, you can actually just push boulders out, and I think you can... Well, no, I guess it would be too long to jam. I don't think it's possible to get the player in here without, like, mashing the pause key. But we're just gonna... start getting our keys over here. Got my eye on those centipedes that are getting a little too close for comfort. And objects can't shoot creatures, so there's no way for me to actually do anything with this robot to stop them. And again, if you're not careful, you can push these keys too far and just get stuck. So don't do that. Do this. We can hang out with our robot friends. Everything in ZZT City is out to kill you. Yes, you could block the entrance too, which is probably a smarter thing to do than making it shoot at the player like I'm doing. Caution! Do not enter this room without a torch unless you want to die, because it is dark and full of monsters. So yeah, this one, just a lot of bears, sure. I mean, this is the easy one. Yeah, you need torches entirely for this room, which you enter 2 times. It's going to be easier over here. Maybe. Maybe not. Key to mayor's office. Soft disk. You know, some gems, some ammo. It's unintentional, I'm sure, but the blue text for storage room definitely kind of resembles the sort of shading you'd see in later games, where we get this sort of outline here and then that there, giving us sort of a sense of depth, like it's the outside wall there saying storage room. And anyways, our scroll intentionally left blank. I like this part here. This little bump. Doesn't need to be there. It's just an extra little detail to the geometry. This whole board does a lot of stuff like that. Just the sort of structure here where the doors were. And this one little gap of sorts here. Oh, it's neat. Yeah, pressing the power button does not do anything. Okay, so thank goodness that I went there instead of to the elevator first. Actually, I can go to the elevator. What happens if I say elevator? Nothing. Okay, good to know. Alright, brace yourself. It is, yes, indeed, time for the elevator. This is showed off in Tour of ZZT. It is definitely the showpiece for this game. But it ain't great. It's cool to look at. Also, it's a different color in this version. It's normally yellow. But, you know, this is the real headache room. And here's a lot of ricochets and bullets. We gotta open up all these little paths so we can get to that mayor. It's a little loud, but it is fun. I do like this. Am I gonna like it the next, like, 5 times that I have to go through this board? Probably not so much. And you can't shoot either, so the only way to get rid of any bullets is to just tank a hit. City of ZZT, Mayor's Office. So we've got 3 more cyan keys to collect. And they will be in each of the branches that the elevator offers. Okay, well, now we get to wait for the elevator. It does not let you shoot on that board, so you are stuck. You either get hit by bullets or you take your time. Okay. So wherever this elevator stops, that's where I'm going first, because I am not waiting. Caution, do not enter maintenance area without torch. Room is dark. Alright, I'm gonna do this the stupid way. Wish me luck. That went pretty well. That went really well, actually. Wow, I could have done that without torches. And now there's tigers that are just going to be shooting at me. Ow and ow and ow. Yeah, that went really well. You can, of course, you know, slowly work your way through that room, shooting the dozens of enemies, and hoping your torches hold out long enough, but I think it's definitely better to just grab a couple boulders and just slam at a wall and hope things work. And now, because it's always the same colored key, we have to wait to go to the mayor's office again. And then we have to continue riding the elevator to each and every single floor. Well, not really even a floor, each stop. It's a, you know, like, it looks cool. It's visually impressive. And it's showcasing the kind of things you can do with ZZT Oop. Which is drag out the length of your game, apparently. So we got 2 more to go. And we have to go backtrack and wait for the elevator. Somebody do a fork of ZZT where all boards are running at all times so that the elevator can, like, keep moving while you're not on that board. Yeah, what if there's a fire? So thank you for the bits. I will be setting something up so that people who donate bits will get a little gem next to their name. Onward. I think this is the one that I like. No, this is the boring one. I mean, it's not bad, it's just nothing special. You can probably guess, just by the structure of this board and the fact that the exit is being blocked, you need to get all the gems. Or at least destroy all the gems. I am definitely thinking of the spa. The spa rules. I love the spa. And if I try and like save all the gems, I will just be here all day. It's a good board, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't mean anything in the context. Like, we've had the washroom and the processing department. This is just a room. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Actually, if somebody wouldn't mind looking it up, what's the title of this board? Cubicles, that makes sense. I can see that. Extremely crowded desk jockeys. Hell of Two, what a great title. Sequel to Elevator. Yeah, I mean, this is just, you know, a board. Submit this to the Best of ZZT contest, and it'll get tossed in there. There's nothing wrong with it. The idea is sound. It just doesn't fit in with how heavily themed City is. I mean, even the rat race was at least the rat race. Calling it cubicles, I think, is a good idea. I do like that. Wow, those tones were very similar between the object making the play statements and the picking up a key. Alright. I love that there's a little elevator operator up there too, which I actually do think is the object that manages all of this. Can't go here yet. And we have to do the entire like loop again. So back in the 90s, you can make a living with all sorts of great jobs that have been squashed out of existence. Well, yeah, the mayor's kind of a jerk, as we're gonna see, so he is very wise to have a whole bunch of locks in the security system in this big old elevator. That rules. Oh, you can break the elevator a little bit. That might be some speedrun tech, actually, if you can desynchronize it enough. On to the spa, which I genuinely can't remember at this point if it has this other text or not normally. ZZT, oof, trick, uh-oh. So we get a whole bunch of ammo. We get this thing. And we get, like, a really fun puzzle. I love this kind of design here. You just gotta shoot out from the water, bounce your bullets, and see where things take you. Ah, actually, that was the wrong one. I saw the breakable and was like, oh yeah, you have to shoot that one first. No, you have to not shoot that one first. You have to shoot that one very much not first. Let's try that again. Let's work on getting the one that it blocks. Okay. So it's still a very similar path. That's better. There's also this thing where you just shoot a dude. Who shoots a dude, who shoots a dude, who shoots a dude. Here's the thing though, with the spa. I like this puzzle. I'm gonna play through this puzzle. But you can just do this. It's not a... It's a little exploitable. You only need to actually shoot that one. We're doing the spa legit. There's no way I'm missing out on this cool puzzle. Let's see. Okay. And I do like that you gotta... I did that wrong. That you need to adjust things, like, in the middle of the bullets traveling. And that one there, where it like cycles back and forth, that's great. Oh, I misinterpreted how my ricochets work. I always do that. And get rid of you. You're never gonna bounce. Oh, great. Okay, let's try this again. Do I have to thread the needle there? That doesn't seem right. I'll get to you later. Yeah, I guess that is the trick shot. Let's see. Okay, so now I can get away with shooting that last one. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So now I can shoot that one that I kind of broke before. And then do it again to actually hit the target. I'm going to go with no because it's in City Hall. Otherwise, I'd say yes. This is for rich people to smooge. I said schmooze very wrong there. We got... Okay, I just gotta do the trick shot. Beautiful. And that's the spa. And that's the key. We got one last elevator ride. Well, I guess two. One last elevator ride to the mayor's office. one last trip to this horrible gauntlet. Alright, let's learn a thing or two about ZZT politics. Welcome to the city of ZZT, my fellow citizen. This is the town of over 1,000 exciting things to do, including the world's largest ball of string, the ZZT Senior Citizens Rap Choir, and many other exciting tourist attractions. Of course, you can't leave the city unless you have an ID card, but I can't help you with that. Yeah, I wish all those things were in this game, but obviously the Rap Choir most of all. Unless you want to help with my re-election campaign. So, the goal of this game is to bribe the mayor and get an ID card out of it. That's how the city works. Yeah, see, it would be pretty easy to go bankrupt if you were buying health. That's politics. So we can think about what we've done while we wait for our elevator. Yeah, health is a little unaffordable here. Alright. Gotta never go into City Hall again. We got our train ticket. We got our ID card. We're finally allowed to leave this hellhole. And I do like that it does wrap up with a final purple key. Thanks for traveling ZZT Railways. Enjoy your trip. Happy trails. The final purple key. Heck of a day in the city, eh? Now we get to relax and go home. The train immediately falls apart because city services are not being adequately funded. All this like weird background stuff is new to this version, and I love it. I don't know what it means. I don't know if those sharks are supposed to be sharks or mountains, if that was supposed to be water or what. But we made it to the ZZT pub. That part's the same. But this time our passenger always walks in with us. Here we are. The pub, where you can buy soda and beer. You have escaped ZZT City. Congratulations, brave adventurer. And there's these tables, too, which are also new. This room is normally just empty on the inside other than the scroll. The passenger speaks. Congratulations, we've made it out of the city. Let me buy you a drink. Now, what did I do with that wallet I lifted? Must have dropped in the... Yeah, I know, I talk too much. Come on, relax, let's party. I definitely believe that this is the ZZT dude's boyfriend who, you know, they're out on a date at the pub now. That's for sure. Oh, he ends the game. Okay, I thought the scroll did. Let's read that scroll. Oh dear. Let's ride the train again. No, the wall... There's normally... He doesn't, like, actually have a conversation with you normally. That's new. Let's just... Oh, I can't even cheat out of the box. And there we go. Well, let's go. Yes, this is the romance. Like, there's romance in this game. There's no other interpretation here. This is the only remotely romantic thing. Let's try this again. Congratulations, 10,000 point bonus. Okay. You escaped ZZT City. Like, that's totally flirting. It's got a little something for everyone. I have no idea what that high score is. I don't think that's something I wrote down. It seems like a weird one for me, but I also don't remember this game coming with high scores, so who knows? Yeah, I mean, you go to... It's a bar for bears. Like, it's very romantic. So that was ZZT City, which has a typo on the title screen. It says ZZT''Z City. Lots of typos. For a weird alternate version of City, I think it's neat. I like the weird additions it adds. Some of these are just very bizarre, the changes that it makes. There's not a whole lot to it, but from the interview I remember Stuart saying that, like, he was very pleased with how little he had to do to get this in a nice publishable state, and how easy it was to work with the code. We did get in touch and say, like, hey, you don't happen to have, like, the source code for this, do you? And he did not. It is, unfortunately, probably also lost to time, unless there's an archive somewhere out there. But that was ZZT City. Not the same as City of ZZT, but similar enough that you will not really notice. There won't be a difference gameplay-wise between the two. But that's going to be it. We've played the entire original ZZT saga now. Question for everybody. What one's the best? Was it Town with its just nice all-aroundness and open-ended exploration? Was it Caves with its trip to meet the devil and last chance hot dogs before hell? Was it Dungeons with its cool action boards and bizarre layouts? Or was it, you know, the City, where you get to explore the city and shoot the homeless in order to succeed? It's an interesting game for sure. For myself personally, it's either got to be Dungeons or City, and I kind of want to go with Dungeons. Dungeons just suffers from that really bad hit the target boards. This one doesn't really have anything like that. Like, it's definitely the easiest one to beat. You know, it's a fun one from beginning to end. See, looking in chat. Dungeons in Town. Dungeons in second place because, in spite of that board. I mean, I think it's a mixed bag. Each one has its own merits for sure. ZZT is a land of contrast. They all have their ups and downs here. But City's, like, I don't even know. The City's worst board is probably like the Elevator, which is like a fancy and cool set piece. It's just a very long and tedious one. But, you know, that's just waiting it out. It's much better than Dungeons, where you have to, like, hit this really precise target, or Town, where you can easily soft lock yourself if you're playing like the Rube board or go into the bank early. Caves has like some really fun puzzles and stuff, but it also has a lot of like filler boards that don't really do anything. Yeah, its dark board is kind of rough, but I think it gives you enough resources. Since the whole conceit of the game is getting a lot of gems, you will get plenty of health just through those. But it's not bad. But that's ZZT. That was ZZT's 30th anniversary, January 15th of this year. I hope you enjoyed this little series. The plan is for next week. Let me look at my dates. No, not next week. Next week I work on Sunday. So it'll probably be Valentine's Day, most likely, depending on how my schedule goes. We will be doing one sort of bonus stream related to this theme with the Town of ZZT remix that got released at the start of this year. And then after that, it's kind of going to be up for grabs. I'm going to have some pretty big news in the near future, so keep an eye out over on Twitter. That's, twitter.com/worlds of ZZT, in case anybody here isn't following that. So there'll be some big news coming up. Other than that, I think that's everything for now. Hope you all had fun playing these with me. There's going to be the ZZT Valentines coming up, where I'll be posting some love letters, just short little snippets from people saying like, hey, this is a game that I played as a kid and it had an impact on me. So that's something else to look forward to as well. For now, that's going to be everything. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back in a few weeks. We'll see yous.